It was a quiet evening in the savannah, and young Toby ran excitedly to where his grandfather sat under a wide baobab tree. The setting sun bathed the land in hues of gold and orange, and the air was alive with the sounds of chirping crickets and distant animal calls.
Grandfather,
Toby said, his voice full of anticipation.
can you tell us a story?
Grandfather chuckled, his warm eyes twinkling as he set down the wooden carving he was working on.
Oh, Toby, you never tire of my stories, do you?
Toby shook his head with a grin.
No, Grandfather, your stories are the best.
Well then,
And Grandfather said, leaning forward slightly.
gather round, and I'll tell you a tale. I want to tell you a story about a brave little monkey named Kima, and how he taught the savannah the true meaning of kindness and courage. In the heart of the vast savannah lived a young, playful monkey named Kima. Kima loved nothing more than swinging from tree to tree, exploring the world around him. One sunny morning, as Kima swung near the river bank, something caught his eye, a brilliant golden feather, shining like the sun itself. Kima carefully picked up the feather and stared at it in wonder. He had heard stories from the elders about the great golden eagle, the majestic protector of the skies. This must belong to the great eagle, Kima thought. Determined to return the feather, Kima set off on an adventure across the savannah. As Kima journeyed through the grasslands, he came across Tula, an old tortoise, struggling to carry a heavy load of fruit to her family. Kima, Tula said, her voice weary, could you help me? These fruits are too heavy for me to carry alone. Kima hesitated for a moment. Helping Tula would delay his journey, but then he smiled. Of course, Tula, kindness is always worth the time. Together, they carried the fruit to Tula's family, who thanked Kima with big smiles. Before he left, Tula said, kindness always finds its way back to you, Kima. Later that afternoon, as Kima walked through a dense thicket, he heard soft cries for help. Pushing through the bush, he found Zuri, a young zebra, stuck in a thorny bush. Please help me, Zuri begged. Kima carefully worked to untangle Zuri, even though the thorns scratched his hands. When Zuri was free, she said, thank you, Kima. You're so kind. May I join you on your journey? Together, they continued toward the tall hill where the great golden eagle was said to live. As they traveled, Kima and Zuri came across a dried-up waterhole. Inside the waterhole was a lion cub, trapped and unable to climb out. Zuri froze in fear, but Kima remembered Tula's words. Kindness always finds its way back to you. Gathering his courage, Kima climbed into the hole and helped the cub climb out. The lion cub smiled and said, thank you, brave monkey. I will never forget your kindness. Finally, Kima and Zuri reached the top of the tall hill, where the great golden eagle awaited. The eagle spread her magnificent wings, and her voice was deep and powerful. You have brought back my feather, the eagle said. But more importantly, your journey has shown your heart's true nature. Your kindness to others proves that you are wise and brave. Kima and Zuri beamed with pride. The eagle continued, as a reward, I promise to protect you and your friends whenever you need me. Call my name, and I will come. Kima and Zuri returned to the savannah, where they were greeted with cheers from their animal friends. Kima shared the lessons he had learned. Bravery isn't about being unafraid, it's about doing what's right. And kindness creates ripples that touch everyone in ways you